Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Colin, for this nice introduction. By the way, I still believe when I see you, and I disagree with the previous panel, that when I see you, you must have some French blood to be so classy and to be so well-dressed. But however, this is my opinion only. I think I shared something with Richard along those ways also this morning. Thank you very much for welcoming me on stage. I'm really glad to be here. And it happens that maybe I'm the last one on stage. But but maybe it's what is interesting is that listening carefully to all the presentations of this morning, I think part of this presentation is almost a sort of a conclusion. Why? Because we spoke a lot about people on the first presentation with Oana. You will see that I have a slide that is very much referring to what Andrei told us in terms of change in our environments. And what we try to do in this presentation is to depict what we are doing every day in Societe Generale. In a way, it's a concrete case of how do we bring all together the transformation that is starting to be accelerating, I would say, and how do we bring the consequences of this transformation together with our people. And in a way, when we see the word moves, because you make it move, so you understood it's not from me, I can't claim the paternity of this, it's our specialist of advertising who did put that together in the previous spot. The word moves because you make it move. The you is for our clients, but the you is also for all of us working in the group. And going further, and this is where I make really the link with what Andrei told us this morning, is, and I think the study that Dale Carnegie made, I didn't know it, but very relevant. We found some different stats which are in a way saying the same thing. Yes, the pace of transformation will accelerate, we see it, and the machines will do more and more things that we as humans are doing today. There is another one that we heard this morning that is important also, that is not here. I will word it a little bit differently. It says that, and I have kids that are 11, 13, but when they will continue to grow and continue their studies, it happens that when they will reach grade 11, 30% of those people who are in grade 11 don't know today the jobs that they will do, because those jobs do not exist. And as it was rightly pointed out earlier this morning, we have 70, you said 80, I think, but there are 70% of the jobs that will be performed in 2030 that do not exist today. So let's face this reality. Let's not fear about, or be scared about it, because obviously people will change. Okay, I'm also in my 50s, all right? And I remember my parents in the 80s saying, wow, with this IT growing, everybody will be out of job. Obviously, we know it was not real, and it will not be real in the future. Something should happen so that people are changing and people will be able to give the opportunity to do something different. This is where we will have to help them. So if we spend a few minutes on that slide, I wanted to depict a little bit where we stand as a concrete case in Societe Generale, and more, I would say more specifically in Romania, about our digital transformation. So we have gone into different tools. I will not go into many details because it's not too interesting. But the first one I want to insist is on Catalyst. This Catalyst platform was created with our colleagues in India, and the idea is to take real use cases of the bank, of our colleagues, or everywhere in the bank, and leverage our local ecosystems to find startups to be able to help us to develop something that we cannot do internally. So to give you an example, and we'll see it more concretely a little bit later, we wanted to create trainings through virtual reality. A priori in the bank, it is not something that we are used to do. And we found here in Romania a startup that is currently helping us to create those training modules. Same way, and we were speaking just before about the involvement of our staff into the transformation, how they are leading it. The internal startup call was a program that was launched at group level. It was 3 years ago. And the group decided to put on the table 50 million euros to say to our staff, if you have a good idea, we will finance it. So some staff members came with ideas, and some of them were how to promote women in IT. So developing a product, a concept around this. Here in Romania, we came with 2 concepts. They are still alive. We financed them, and we did a spin-off of the 2 startups so that they can continue to develop outside of Societe Generale. So all those successes to demonstrate, and I will not go through all of them, but all those successes to demonstrate that we are automating, we are transforming the bank, and we are accelerating it. No. Okay. Now, in which context are we doing this? And I will not go through the presentation of the bank. It's not at all the purpose of the slide. It's just to show the diversity where we stand currently. So we are 1,500 people in the bank, 67 countries, and when we come to the GBS world, we are positioned in India since 2000, in Romania since 2011, and more lately, I would say, in Canada and in Morocco. All this diversity is a tool, really, to bring to the bank different views, different ways of working, to be able to support the transformation of the bank, to be able to support the way the bank will work really tomorrow. So when it comes to SG-EBS, so the slide is depicting 2,378. Now it's more, it's a little bit more, 2,400 plus, and we will continue to grow to be able to be supporting the bank. Now, and because those numbers are important, the question that we were asking ourselves is, who are they? Who are the people we are supporting? Who are the people that are working in our premises? And all the pictures that you are seeing here, some of them are maybe in the room, are people from EBS, from Romania. They all signed the GDPR form, it's okay. So. Otherwise, you would have seen my picture cooking, so that's my passion. And by the way, Richard, I don't know, where are you? Where is Richard? He's not here. I need to speak to you. I didn't understand the joke about, because my children are praying on Sunday when I'm cooking, so I need to figure out why. So all those people have passion. They are not only here to perform a job. They are really here to develop themselves, and we have to help them in such a way that we need to consider ourselves as a responsible employer. And we have to create this sense of belonging when it comes to transforming the bank. So what do we do? And this is where I make the link with what we said previously in the morning. So we speak about knowledge, growth, learning, academies, reskilling, and so the idea here is we see that the pace of transformation is accelerating. We saw that we have those tools, the catalyst, the labs that we have, and those one will drastically change the lives of our people, of our employees. So what are we doing now? And concretely, we have started this year. We are meeting all our staff one per one to understand what they want to do. What are their dreams? Who are they really? Trying to understand who they are and be in a position to understand what they could be in the future. In this respect, this allows us to put in place academies. And those academies, when we link the transformation that we are doing, the way we see the future of the bank, the way we draw the profiles of the jobs of tomorrow, we have the capacity through academies to retrain our people. This year, and I will be extremely concrete, we have managed to train and offer new jobs to up to 50 people. It's small, it's not big. Next year, we plan to have 150. We are accelerating. And the idea, and I trust very much, the internal academies that will help us really to transform the processes, but also to train the people that will be able to do other jobs in the future. Now, and you saw we have this. What I said earlier is we had the catalyst use case that we did with a startup. What I will try to show you is the 3 minutes module that, I hope it's going to work, the 3 minutes module that we created, because when talking to our new people, they are telling us, listen, we want to know your group. We want to know who you are. Because I agree, and I think you said it, they are looking for meanings. They are looking for values. And I don't think it's through only a classroom that they will be able to get who we are. So it's important that for us to create those modules that give them the feeling of who we are. You will see in Paris, also in India, and obviously who we are here in Romania. And create, ultimately, this sense of belonging. Colin, I will need you. So, may I introduce you to Colin? He is our typical millennial.
Whatever.
I don't know how to interpret that. They are laughing about it. No, so Colin is our typical millennial joining us, and he would like to effectively discover. No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about this. The dress code, by the way, doesn't work. and then I will ask you to put this right, very simply, and we will launch the demo. Right, you stay with me. Yeah, right. Okay. I think it should be working. So now, is it? Yeah. So now you are entering into it. And in a way, this is what
Welcome to your induction
Colin
experience.
is saying.
You will discover more about the history, present and future of Societe Generale Group. Press the trigger button to move forward.
You don't have to. It's okay. So here, for the one who knows, we are in Westgate, really depicting to our people, and we use it also for people who don't know us to see where we are
Welcome to the first
working.
induction scene. You can learn more about Societe Generale by exploring each event on the walls. Press the trigger to move.
And here, in fact, we are in the historical headquarters in Paris. So we want also to take them through what made Societe Generale a group of 150 years old. So obviously it doesn't look like a very modern company right now, but it's part of our history and it's part of our values also. Are you okay? And we are now entering into our current premises in Westgate.
Welcome to the second induction scene. You can continue your learning by exploring each panel on the walls.
So if you want to experience it outside, yourself with really the 3D and everything, because here you are missing the real virtual reality effect. Outside here we have a stand with the equipment, so you could do it. So that's almost the end. And by the way, next time I hope I will be able to speak about sustainable development. We did put a bike where you can do a sustainable smoothie there, right? That's just because we are passionate about sustainable development also. Right, this is almost the end. Making the puzzle. Right, so this is really the very, very first module that we built globally. And the idea is obviously to build now 30 minutes modules.
You are the future.
Yep.
You are the world of tomorrow.
All right. Okay. That's done. Thank you. Thank you, Colin. Stay with me. And by the way, you are inducted to Societe Generale. You can join whenever you want. I have a contract here you can sign afterwards. No,
I love Matthieu.
that proves the concept. Now you can stay with me. I will just conclude very, very quickly. Now, so we are building modules of now 30 minutes. Again, we listened to our people saying this is the way we want to get trained. And this is maybe a trivial example of transformation and of the purpose of this presentation, but we consider that effectively listening to the staff, listening to the new modes of learnings, new modes of working, even new ways of dressing. I found this disruptive discussion very interesting previously, is really here to make sure that we will be, as a responsible employer, to have this ability as a responsible employer to give new opportunities to our staff in the future, and we consider that we transform because you transform. Thank you very much.